to get back to Michelle Bachmann. We ran some sound of her. New York Times has a piece out today profiling her, that she really is this darling. I mean, if you watched any of the footage of her at the parades yesterday, the way people are responding to her is tremendous. Kerry, you want to comment on how she's doing so far?
She's doing absolutely wonderfully. I mean, look at her in Iowa. She is just really kicking butt. I mean, look at that. She was like quite literally neck and neck, if not ahead of Romney right now. But you know what?
You think she has room to grow there?
No, not yet necessarily. But I think one of the reasons why people like her is because she's able to be extraordinarily quick on her feet. She actually knows legislation. So if someone throws something at her, she's able to throw out numbers. She's a tax attorney or a former tax attorney.
Doesn't get
really mixed
thrown
up.
off her game.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
easily.
So whereas with say Herman Cain, who is also a Tea Party favorite, when someone asks him about legislation on the Hill, he's not going to get mixed up and say, well, you know what, I never really worked on that.
I want to push you on something. You said that you don't think she has room to grow in Iowa. Why?
Because I think that there is a bunch of people who believe that she may not necessarily be looking at top of the ticket. She may be looking at bottom of the ticket. So
she's running for second place.
Perhaps. Yeah.
She probably doesn't even know that yet, though. I know we talked about this in the green room before, so I'm not going to say anything that you gave to me, but whatever they're running for, whatever they aspire to be, they don't know yet until the public responds back to them. Because they're going to. I mean, everybody's reading polls every day. I think it is way early. I told Kerry in the green room before, I don't think she has a shot.
You don't think she has a shot at all?
None.
No, but you know what though? I think probably one of her weaknesses right now is that she has a lot of former staffers out there who may be looking towards other people in the GOP pool. There's a former staffer of hers who's already endorsed Pawlenty, and there are reporters out there who have kind of looked to a lot of those former staffers.
Her former Hill staffers who don't work for her anymore are now endorsing other candidates.
Exactly. So that could be a bit of an Achilles heel for her. But remember, she, like I said, she's very quick on her feet. Like, talking about someone who gets constantly attacked every single time she goes and does a speaking engagement. Over at Netroots Nation.
Right.
She was able to just deal with this guy who glittered her, which was stupid anyway. But still, there were like bets among a lot of the conservatives who were there saying, okay, will she be egged? Will she be pied? We don't know. And
she gets a very aggressive level of treatment.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want someone to glitter me. I don't think that would be all that bad. A handful of glitter? I don't know.
Oh,
well, you know what? You don't
thing.
need anybody to glitter you. You're pretty glittered. But you know something? In these campaigns, as you get closer and closer and closer, and we see who the real candidates are, because I really don't think we have any idea quite yet.
So then how can you say she has no shot if you say it's way too soon?
I just think that, week after week, day after day, I keep getting asked, because I'm a Democrat, I keep getting asked about the Republican candidates. There's so many of them. Who's defining the Republican Party now? Who's the front runner? And I don't think, all bets are off right now. I think there's a few people who have enough experience to be able to get to be the presidential nominee. That's a very, very hard managerial job.
From a Democratic, put on your Democratic analyst hat right now, not looking at this field, Republican, try and think like a Republican. Who do you see as the biggest threat to the Democrats?
Well, I think Romney's going to be the inevitable candidate. I think he has the most power, the most strength, the most organization behind him. And I think that it'll all come down to 45 days before the election and what happens.
Remember, Andrea, you have to remember, McCain did not win Iowa. And see, that's the reason why I'm saying here that Bachmann may seem like a huge rock star right now, and perhaps in South Carolina she may even seem like a rock star down there. But in the end, McCain did pull out in 2008. Remember how
last man standing?
Yeah, exactly. And remember, like, everyone was really upset with Huckabee for like blocking Romney and so on and so forth. So, I mean, look, Bachmann could be that person.
I think if there's a last man standing situation, a repeat of 2008, the GOP's in real trouble, because that was not a good scenario, what happened in 2008. I mean, really, it was John McCain, he's got a pulse, still breathing, no open sores, we'll take him. Yeah, which is not really, I mean, you can't go about picking a nominee
when Clinton got the nomination, he was not in the beginning, in the early discussions, even considered.
That's right. He didn't get until October.
Right, right. And also remember, too, I think with Bachmann, there's also this talk that, look, she didn't get any leadership positions over on the House side. So there's kind of this rumbling like, well, look, I'll show you guys for not giving me any leadership positions over in the conference. Now I'm going to show you that I'm a hot shot right now over in the presidential race. Perhaps I can even grow there. So
you think this is multi-level build her brand. So if she gets on a ticket, it's great, but also she'll use this clout that she has to strong-arm the House leadership.
Absolutely. And you know, even once again, if she doesn't get on a ticket, look where Sarah Palin went. Look, she got on a ticket, she didn't win, but she built her brand. Look how many people who didn't know who Michelle Bachmann was, even up to this point. Nationally now, everyone pretty much knows who she is in the GOP.
And think about it, she doesn't have to be married to any committee chairmanship or leadership chairman. Well, she can actually just say they're the problem, and she can throw bombs at them back and forth.
And I'm not saying that she's not very bright and she's not very talented at what she does. I think she's a real shiny object right now in the Republican Party, and that's all.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think she's a shiny object. Plus, her intelligence level is extraordinarily huge.
But she would have to win Iowa. I mean, to at least get some momentum, because if there's a situation where Romney gets
throws in the towel
Iowa
after Iowa. I don't really believe that to be the case. I don't think she has to win Iowa. I think she can still stick around.
You know what, though? I'm going to have to agree with Andrea here, because she's also Iowa's daughter. Because
that's true.
That's why they have mapped out. Some strategists have mapped out a pathway that she could take Iowa, Romney could take New Hampshire. That would give her the leverage she needed in South Carolina.